I've been sharing 7 guidelines that will help you find the specific purpose that God has for your life. The first is that it is through God that you will find it. The second, you will have a heart for it. The third, there is a time for it. With regards to time, there's some challenges that we'll face. Find out more about them in the next few minutes. Hello, how you doing? Welcome again. First and foremost, Happy New Year. And thank you for joining me again for part 7 of how to find God's will for your life. By God's will, I'm referring to God's specific purpose for your life. I mentioned that number 1, it is through God that you will find it. Number 2, you'll have a heart for it. Number 3, there is a time for it. And our scripture reference is from Acts chapter 7, verse 23, where it says that when Moses was 40 years old, it came into his heart. I am for people finding their purpose. As a matter of fact, more often than not, I'm often telling people, in order to find their purpose, you have to be mindful of point number 1. It is through God that you'll find it. Basically, pray to God, seek God, and in addition to that, just go about trying to find your purpose. Nevertheless, there's something significant about Acts 7:23, where it says that when Moses was 40 years old, it came into his heart to visit his brethren, the children of Israel. So we know that there was a time that the desire came into his heart, which is point number 2, you have a heart for it. But point number 3 is there's a time for it. But something significant about that is that it said it came to him. It didn't say Moses came to it. It didn't say Moses went to it. It says it came to Moses. While I'm for people finding their purpose and doing all they can to find out what they are on earth for, it seems to me that really we don't find our purpose. Our purposes find us. You don't find what you're supposed to do. What you're supposed to do finds you. It says for Moses that it came to him. It didn't say that he went to it. It came to him. Along the same lines, your purpose finds you. When the time is right, it comes to you. Now the question is, well, how does it come to me? Well, like in Moses' case, it comes into your heart. Sometimes, like in Joseph's case, in Genesis chapter 37, it comes as a dream. Sometimes it comes as an incident. It comes as something that happens to you that changes the trajectory of your life. An example of an incident could be a tragedy. Sometimes it could be rejection, which I discussed extensively a few weeks back. And if you didn't get the chance to check out the rejection series, I encourage you to check the link up here. Nevertheless, it comes to you. Another challenge regarding timing of our purpose is that when Moses developed the desire to visit his brethren, the children of Israel, we have more details about what happened in Exodus chapter 2. From verses 11, it begins to talk about how he saw one of the Egyptians maltreating one of his countrymen, and he killed the Egyptian. Who told Moses to kill an Egyptian? Which is perhaps one of the reasons why God does not reveal to us what our purpose is until the right time. What happens when you are told what you're supposed to do with your life? You jump out immediately to do it, but that's not the time for it. Who told him to kill an Egyptian? Along the same lines, when we find out what we're supposed to do at the wrong time, what a lot of us do is jump out there to do it, and no wonder some of us fail. No wonder some of us fall on our faces. No wonder some of us make unnecessary mistakes. No wonder some of us kill relationships and kill opportunities because we were not prepared for the things that we are called to do. There's a time for it. There are divisions of time. Even within the time frame that you find your purpose, there are other things that need to happen to allow you to move forward into the things that God has called you to do. I'll discuss more of those things next week.